I don't want nothing bad to happen to nobody.
Oh, girl, you better tell the way he be beating on you, girl.
I know you care about him.
Y'all see this here? I'm big.
Oh, Jesus, I don't understand, Lord.
Anybody that donated it, if you could send me proof that you donated, I would get the money back to you.
Hurt me. And all society want to do is judge you. Say, go commit her. Put her in a hospital. That's all they want to do to you. We are officially planning a second wedding. So I'm going to start planning.
This is Kiki Jones. You may already know her as the woman who went on live stream in her wedding dress with a bottle of alcohol in her hand and proceeded to have a complete emotional breakdown. Or as the woman from that one cruise video where her husband looked everywhere but at her, ignoring every attempt she made to get his attention while she smiled through the pain. Sparking whole discourse and crazy reactions from almost every community on every social media platform.
Like, I'm really not trying to bring his family in it, but his sister told me. She said he just had the wedding because you wanted it. His cousin said.
Now, the main reason this became a crazy story on the internet is because of the cheating allegations thrown around every corner. Kiki Jones woke up one day, decided she'd had enough of her cheating husband who goes by the name Brandon, and she spilled every single detail of her marriage to the world. And the things she spilled were absolutely unhinged. The insane part is that all of this feels like a circle of insanity because she mentioned that her husband was cheating with her close friend. This friend of hers, called Rissa, according to Kiki, is someone she basically helped to, according to her, when she was assaulted by her boyfriend. Kiki housed her, cooked for her, cleaned, and made her feel loved, only to be betrayed like a straight-up Lifetime movie villain. What makes this story even crazier is how this entire marriage turned out to be this hot, boiling pot of mess.
So I have a year this time to plan my small romantic wedding. And I just want to know, do y'all think I'm crazy?
Because just a few months back, when she was living in Disneyland mode thinking about happily ever after, Kiki was already planning a second wedding. Now, the reason for this is so cringe and disturbing it makes absolutely no sense no matter how you try to interpret it. Kiki said that on her wedding day she showed up heavily drunk. As a result, she doesn't have any memories of her big day. Pictures with family were not even taken. It was a crazy blackout, and a second wedding was apparently the solution to the mess she made. And to make it even worse, Child Protection Services took her kids.
They called CPS on me and took my kids. So y'all keep saying go to therapy. Bitch, therapy. I could never trust therapy again.
The reason was because they didn't think it was healthy to leave kids with someone who was crashing out on the internet like a lunatic. Which, by the way, when you think about it, makes absolutely perfect sense.
I trusted therapy. I trusted therapy. Do you hear that? And therapy called CPS on me the next day.
Following all of this and her newfound virality, Kiki decided to do something that absolutely no one saw coming. She created a GoFundMe and had donations pouring in by the thousands. Rumors had it that the amount was somewhere around $1,600 or more. Kiki said she needed the money to move out and stay away from her husband, who she later claimed was toxic and physically abusive, to start a new life, basically. But then the truth came out, which made the entire internet think that Kiki Jones is just another dusty, dirty, lying scammer on the internet. What happened? After a while, Kiki's husband appeared on the internet via interviews and lives to tell his side of the story. He mentioned that Kiki was lying, that they still lived in the same house, and most importantly, he never cheated with Kiki's friend. Now, all of this is obviously head-scratching information. We have to ask, what really is the truth in all of this? Is the story of the woman in the wedding dress even real, or was all of that really a performance? And the crown question is, did the internet just fund an insane scam?
Oh, this song. I used to be. I love this song.
Now let's start with the moment that defines this entire story. As you already know, there are two lead characters here, Kiki and her beloved or not so beloved husband, Brandon Jones. 7 months after her wedding, Kiki Jones put on her wedding dress, grabbed whatever she could find to drink, and went live on Facebook for roughly 40 minutes straight, and she had a lot to crash out for. One being that her marriage of just 7 months is having a bitter ending, all because her husband cheated the entire time. And two, because Child Protection Services took her kids away from him. Her wedding song was playing on repeat in the background. And in this same atmosphere, Kiki was trying to make sense of why her husband had been cheating on her with her friend. For some pretty odd reason, she kept crying and saying it was all her fault that her marriage crashed. She also mentioned that she should never have put their business on the internet. She spent even more minutes apologizing to Brandon, to his mother, and his entire family. Kiki was just saying sorry to everyone in this live, which is why it was particularly worrying. Because why is she the one apologizing if her husband was the one who cheated? Soon the comments flooded in with people praying for her, like this one, which says, "I'm praying for you. I was walked out on while at work. Keep going, I promise the pain gets easier to handle. Keep going." Some were crying with her and telling her to get off the internet and get help. This comment says, "I wish that I knew you and where you were, so I could be there with you and be there for you. When you're done crying, get help." Now that wedding dress breakdown live was exactly what launched Kiki into the internet spotlight. Actually, it's the main reason most people know her anyway. However, to connect the dots and understand why she was in that wedding dress, we need to go back to the simple cruise clip she posted online, the moment Kiki thought she'd finally found love. In the video, which she perfectly captioned, "The day I realized my husband doesn't want me," Kiki is smiling, trying desperately to get Brandon's attention. You can see her looking at him, leaning toward him, waiting for him to look back at her, but Brandon is barely even looking in her direction. That caption hit different because you could actually see it playing out. The video went viral, not just Facebook viral, from TikTok to Instagram and even YouTube commentary channels. Everyone was talking about this cruise video, and within days, Kiki reportedly went from being unknown to having over 300,000 followers on Facebook. People, per usual, started analyzing the video like their lives depended on it, breaking it down frame by frame.
This woman has only been married for a few months. I'm trying to be as delicate as I possibly can. This does not look like a man who fell out of love with his wife in 6 months. It looked like a man who finally got tired of pretending that he was in love.
From what I'm seeing, like, maybe she had started drinking a lot and maybe he was annoyed by that. Like that she was drinking, or maybe he's one that doesn't necessarily like physical touch. That could be something that he personally deals with, or whatever, or he doesn't like public display of affection, right?
The analysis of the entire situation gave birth to what people started calling the bird theory. And in case you don't know what bird theory is, it's this viral TikTok relationship test that basically means if you point something out to someone you love and they don't bother to look, they don't really care about you. It even turned into a whole trend of people testing if their partners were truly serious about them or if they were just wasting their time in relationships that were already dead.
It's time to change the way you think.
I saw a bird today.
You saw a bird? Like a flying bird?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it looks like. I forgot to tell you, I saw a bird today.
A bird?
Yeah.
What? Okay. What kind of bird?
Hey, good morning,
Babe,
Yeah.
I forgot to tell you, I saw a bird yesterday.
A what?
I saw a bird yesterday.
Uh-huh.
It was like red.
Well, this is at least according to TikTok standards. Now back to Kiki's drama. So just months before that cruise video, Kiki and Brandon got married. In fact, the whole event is still up on her Facebook page if you want to see it for yourself. And this all dates back to March, April 2025. Listening to everything Kiki had to say about her wedding to Brandon, we can only conclude that it was probably the joke of the century. According to Kiki herself, the photos looked like a fairy tale. Her in a beautiful wedding gown, Brandon in his suit, tears streaming down his face as they exchanged vows. Kiki talked about how perfect it looked in those photos. However, the chaotic part is that Kiki also admitted that she does not remember a single second of that wedding. Not one moment.
I blacked out to the point, y'all, where I don't remember nothing.
And she explained exactly why. According to her own confession in a video, she got drunk on alcohol. Because of this, she never got to drive the getaway car they paid for. There was no dance. And Brandon never even got to dance with his mother because Kiki was too out of it.
Didn't get to drive the car that we paid for. Didn't get to drive that car. Not
I not get to do the card. We didn't get to do our last dance. And my husband did not get to dance with his mother.
She also said they barely got family photos with Brandon's side because of what she called issues, including her grandmother not being able to make it. But here's where it gets even more disturbing. Just days after this wedding that she does not fully remember, Kiki announced that she was already planning a second wedding for 2027.
I'm about to fix my boho braids, but it's official. I'm having another wedding, y'all. Yes, I just got married, but we had some issues with family and things like that, and my grandmother couldn't make it. So we are officially planning a second wedding.
She explained that she wanted a small romantic wedding to do it right this time because she did not have any sober memories of the first one.
So I have a year this time to plan my small romantic wedding. And I just want to know, do y'all think I'm crazy?
She literally asked in that video, do y'all think I'm crazy? And if you think about it, it wasn't exactly a bad idea, considering the fact that almost half the family weren't involved. Well, it wouldn't take long for things to go worse than we already see. Because while Kiki was playing happy wife online, Brandon was texting someone else. Just so you're fully aware, Kiki and Brandon's story started like a beautiful rom-com movie. According to what Kiki shared in an interview on how they met, Kiki and Brandon met in 2023. And at the time, she was selling plates and Brandon was her customer. A very nice, cheerful customer at that. So along the line, he found out she was moving places and he offered to help. Guess this is where the real connection happened between these two. So 2 weeks later, they had their first date.
Let's talk about you and your husband, because I think this is kind of what blew everything up. When did you meet your husband?
I met him in 2023 when I was selling plates. He didn't initially try to talk to me. He was just a customer. He's really nice, and he found out I was moving, and he was like, "Oh, I help you move." So he helped me move, and in the process of us moving, of course, we kind of laughed and giggled, and then that's when he initially asked me on our first date, which was like 2 weeks later.
Brandon himself, given the information Kiki let out, had a very spotty record with women. In that interview, Kiki did say that Brandon woke up with her after they both dated for a while, but the crazy part was she found out that he was involved with another woman while they were still dating, meaning Brandon was cheating while they were dating. Now guess who he was cheating with? His wife. Now ex-wife anyway.
And then we had a little incidents where we broke up a little bit for 2 weeks during that time. Then we got back together, then we broke up again for 60 days. First time is because he said that he just didn't want me. I guess he was tired of me, but it turned out he actually had a girlfriend for those 2 weeks.
Yes, Brandon was married before he met Kiki. He was married to this lady called Keisha. And according to Keisha herself, the marriage ended because Brandon absolutely refused to cooperate with the divorce.
I'm Keisha. I am Brandon's ex-wife. And the only reason why I'm tapping into this little Kiki Jones trend is because she keeps mentioning what me and Brandon went through.
Keisha gave a full breakdown of what really happened between her and Brandon. And honestly, it explains a lot about the kind of man Kiki married. According to Keisha, they separated in February 2022, and she filed for divorce about 2 months later in April, but Brandon refused to sign the divorce papers. He kept telling Keisha that they were getting back together, that her wanting a divorce was just a phase, and that she'd come around eventually. Keisha described it as being held hostage legally while Brandon moved on with his life like nothing happened.
I left in February of 2022. Brandon did not want to sign the papers. He told me that he was not going to sign the papers because
The cheating part was part of Brandon's spotty baggage, which we talked about. And apparently Kiki knew about it even before she got married to him, because Keisha straight up told Kiki back in 2023 that he'd been a cheater from month 1. But Kiki ignored it, just like she ignored every other red flag waving in her face.
So she already knew from the jump that Brandon was a cheater. From a month after she got with him, she knew he was a cheater. That's first things first. She already knew that.
What makes this even more ridiculous is that while Brandon and Keisha were separated but still legally married, Kiki was already in the picture asking questions. She reached out to Keisha asking if she and Brandon were divorced yet. And Brandon, being Brandon, lied and told Kiki they'd already gone to the courthouse.
While me and her was having this discussion, she brought up the fact that She knew he was married, but he claimed that he went to the courthouse and got a divorce. And she said he got up one morning and put on clothes, and he said that he went to the courthouse and got a divorce, so is that a lie? So, mind you, she going back and forth with him while I'm on the phone. I'm still telling her, like, I don't want Brandon, I just want my divorce.
Eventually, after dragging it out for months, Brandon finally texted Keisha after some fighting, said he was tired of the roller coaster and agreed to file. Keisha called off work that same day to handle it because she was done waiting. This was sometime in early 2023. And in Georgia, there's a 60-day waiting period for divorces to finalize. So by the time Brandon married Kiki in April 2025, his divorce from Keisha had been finalized for about 2 years. According to Kiki's own words, every man before Brandon had been violent. She talked about her baby daddy pulling a knife on her, about being assaulted as a teenager, about relationships that left her with concussions and short-term memory loss. So when Brandon came into her life and he was not physically abusive, that was enough for Kiki to call it love.
I got towed up. Every man that ever came in my life, they hurt me, right? So I took 2 years. 2 years. I didn't date nobody. I didn't talk to nobody. He came in my life out the blue.
But the red flags showed up immediately, and the biggest red flag came from Brandon's own family, and they did not hold back. Kiki revealed Brandon's family pulled her aside earlier on and told her straight up that Brandon loves his ex-wife Keisha, that Kiki was not the one, and she was just filling a space.
Like, I'm really not trying to bring his family in it, but his sister told me. She said he just had the wedding because you wanted it. His cousin said, that man not really into you. His mama said, my son do be lying, but Keisha is what he really was in love with. Like, I know they hate me because I mentioned them, but it's just my life. It happened in my life. Like, they said this shit. They told me this. They said that man don't love me. They said it, and it's like, he kept saying, you can't believe them, you can't believe them.
Kiki also made it clear that there were about 13 other women Brandon had been involved with, not including the ex-wife. She didn't give complete details about these other women, so there's not much known about them. But she did mention in an interview that during the whole saga, these women would DM her trying to console her, and she would shut them up, saying they were part of the problem.
And actually, it's funny to say, when all this stuff started happening, these same women reached out to me in my messenger. I'm so sorry this is happening. And I politely said, hey, you are part of the problem too. I don't need your sorry.
Wow. How many women was it?
It's a total of 13.
And this is not including the ex-wife.
Not including the ex-wife. That's the one he really loved, if you ask me.
Kiki, however, ignored all the red flags. She saw Brandon as wounded from his ex-wife's betrayal, because according to Brandon, Keisha had cheated on him and had even had another man's baby, and Kiki thought she could be the woman who fixed him. She wanted love so badly that she convinced herself this was it.
Told me that she cheated on him, she had a baby on him, he just wanted to be loved.
But wait, if Keisha cheated and had another man's baby, why was Brandon the one refusing to sign the divorce papers? Why was he telling Keisha they were getting back together and that her wanting a divorce was just a phase? The math's not making sense. Either Brandon was lying to Kiki about why his marriage ended, or Keisha was lying about him refusing to let go. Someone's story doesn't line up. And honestly, given Brandon's pattern of cheating and manipulation, it's not hard to guess who's probably bending the truth here. So after that cruise video went viral and Kiki became internet famous for being the woman with the uninterested husband, she did what a lot of people in her position would do. She later went through to reveal what she had found on Brandon's phone. And what she found was, well, devastating. Lots of text messages, calls, between Brandon and a woman named Riss Evans. She made screenshots of everything and posted it on her Facebook page. And the thing is, Rissa was not just some random woman. She was Kiki's friend. A woman Kiki had literally opened her home to, cooked for, and even invited to her wedding. Rissa stayed in their home temporarily after her boyfriend beat her up and she needed somewhere safe to go. Kiki took her in, gave her a safe place to stay, cooked meals for her, gave her birthday gifts, even brought her back gifts from their honeymoon. She mentioned all that in a Facebook post she made. Kiki wrote, "I brought you into my house when your man assaulted you and left you alone with my husband, just for y'all to do this?" And that entire time, Rissa had been building a relationship with Brandon, doing everything behind Kiki's back while Kiki was feeding her and giving her gifts. Fortunately, Kiki shared the text message screenshots on her Facebook, and you can watch them escalate in real time from harmless to completely inappropriate. Page 1 starts innocently enough. Casual conversation. Brandon is the white text box, while Rissa is the blue text box. In this chat, it seems they were both looking to have fun, because Rissa's text says, "If y'all got some fun to do like a big event or some," and then Brandon replies, "She's supposed to be planning a Friendsgiving." But then page 2 is where it shifts a bit. Brandon was in a trucking school at the time, and if you don't know, that's basically training to become a commercial truck driver. And he sent Rissa a message that said, "I'll let you continue to have a blessed night. Don't be posting more of those pictures now." What pictures? Why is he telling another woman something like this? That is not a casual friend text. That seems like a man who cares about what another woman is posting online while his wife is at home thinking everything is fine. Then page 3 gets even more dramatic. Brandon texted Rissa, "Are you right? I don't want old boy jumping in my inbox about you again." Rissa also mentioned in this chat that her kids are moving close to Brandon's and Kiki's area, and she would probably have a housewarming. And according to Kiki, these messages were happening daily. The screenshots Kiki shared were dated from September 2025 onward. But Kiki alleged it had been going on even longer. So after finding out about everything on Brandon's phone, Kiki did what anyone would do and confronted Rissa by sending her a DM. She asked Rissa, "Notice you and Brandon had been inboxing, why is that okay?" Rissa didn't apologize or explain. Instead, she screenshotted Kiki's message, posted it to her Instagram story, and mocked her publicly. The caption said, "Being I was there, I can talk about it, LMAO. This girl delusional." Well, the internet had a field day with this. People were calling it a perfect Tyler Perry plot. Some rallied behind Kiki with hashtag Team Kiki, calling the betrayal slimy and unforgivable. Comments like this. Lots of deleted messages. They not even making sense. Praying for your healing, girl, Team Kiki. But even in all of this, most people agreed on one thing. This was a double betrayal. The texts, however, were just the beginning, because Kiki's reaction to this betrayal would cost her everything, including her kids. But here's the thing. Before any of this chaos went public, Kiki had been building a very specific narrative online. She was not just living her life with Brandon, she was literally performing it. From early 2025, right after they became exclusive and leading up to their April wedding, all the way to that viral cruise moment in October, Kiki's Facebook was filled with one message. She was the perfect wife, the devoted woman, the ride or die who would do anything for her man. However, 7 months after their wedding, everything would explode in the worst way possible. The day that brought CPS into Kiki's life and started the chain of events that would lead to her viral breakdown. But why was CPS there, you ask? Well, according to Kiki's own retelling in her live streams, it started over a cupcake. Yeah, a freaking cupcake. Brandon came home unannounced that day with his ex-wife godson. When she walked in, she saw the boy sitting at the table eating one of her Hershey X Debbie Snack collaboration cupcakes.
I got that thing on me. I come back. Now, when I get to this part of the crash out, I ain't gonna say too much because I still a CPS case open and I don't need that shit right now. I just want my babies, right? But I come back. This in the house, y'all. And not only is he in the house, he washing and drying clothes. It smells fresh in the house. I'm pissed. I don't want to smell no freshness, no Tide detergent in the house. And not only is he back, he brought his ex-wife's little son. No, his ex-wife godson. They had a godson together before the marriage. He brought him back, and he's on the table eating my cupcake.
Now this made her pissed. Not just regular annoyance, but enraged beyond imagination. Because these were not just any cupcakes, it was a brand new collaboration. Only 2 in a pack, and this kid was eating one of them without asking. Now to anyone watching from the outside, this sounds kinda ridiculous. Who loses their mind over a cupcake? But for Kiki, who has talked extensively about her crashouts that started in childhood when she was institutionalized for having hunger crashes, food has always been a trigger. This was not really about the cupcake. It was about everything that had been building up with Brandon and finally having something small enough to explode her. Surprisingly, Kiki was annoyed so much that she grabbed sugar, ran outside, and allegedly poured it all into Brandon's gas tank. But it gets worse, because after she allegedly put sugar in his gas tank, Brandon locked her out of the house.
It was only 2 in a pack. He only ate one because when I started crashing out, that cupcake flew. Okay, I don't want to say too much. But bitch, he tried to I said, oh, you want to play? Oh, you want to play? I grabbed the sugar. I ran outside. I put it all in that tank. Man, God, please. I'm so sorry. Maybe I shouldn't be admitting this. God, why did I get...
And that is when Kiki completely lost it. She started beating on the windows, trying to get in, not even realizing or caring that there was a terrified child inside watching all of this happen. And then she spotted an unlocked window, one she had allegedly left open from prior crashes. So she went through it.
He got the top lock on. He locked me out the house. So guess what? I started beating the windows. I'm not realizing the kid in there, y'all. I'm losing my mind. Some say go to that damn window by the allegedly sugar in the tank. Allegedly, I don't know. I opened the window, y'all. The window. I don't know why that window was unlocked. I think I always unlock that window just in case, because like I said, it's not my first time crashing out, and he liked the lock bitch out the house. So I think probably 6 months ago I unlocked that window.
She got inside, got her phone, and according to her own words, she had something in her hand. She wouldn't say what, just something. Brandon was staring at her, already on the phone calling 911. And that little boy who just wanted to eat a cupcake, he was terrified and started crying.
I got the phone, I got something in my hand, I got something allegedly in my hand. He looking at me, he calling 911. He's calling 911. I'm gonna tell you about the CPS. I come through the window like Spider-Man. You wanna play with me? You wanna lock me out my own house? I know that the little boy, he was terrible. I ain't gonna lie.
But this was not the first time CPS had been involved. Kiki revealed that she'd previously told her therapist about pulling a knife on her baby daddy, and her therapist, as mandated reporters are required to do, reported it. So when Brandon called 911 on September 8th with a child present in Kiki breaking in through a window with something in her hand, CPS was contacted immediately. And this time they didn't just investigate, they removed the kids. The children were sent to live with their grandmother. After CPS took her kids, Kiki did not go quiet. Instead, she started going on live streams constantly. And those live streams got longer, more desperate, and more graphic with every stream. She went on a spree revealing traumas that most people would only tell a therapist. One of the first things she revealed about her mother, and this one hit hard. According to Kiki, when she was young, her mom had her put in a mental hospital. And the reason? Kiki was hungry. She explained that she would have what her mom called crashouts when she got too hungry. Basically, emotional meltdowns because she was a kid who needed food. And instead of recognizing that a hungry child having a breakdown is completely normal, her mom's solution was to have her committed to a mental institution.
She put me in a mental hospital when I had my first crash out because I was hungry. I told you I love snacks.
That's the kind of childhood trauma that shapes everything that comes after. It taught Kiki from a young age that her basic needs, like literally being fed, were seen as problems that needed to be controlled or punished. And you can still see how that affected her relationship with food throughout her content on social media, where she talks about loving snacks and food in ways that feel deeper than just casual mentions. Then Kiki started talking about what happened when she was 14, and this is where things get really dark. According to her, she snuck out of the house at 14 years old. She connected with an older man on something she called the CH line, which sounds like a chat line service. She trusted him and thought he was going to help her, but this older man allegedly brought her to his house and let multiple men assault her.
The family, I wanted a man. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted a man. So I had to hurry up and go out there. I had to put myself out there. You know, say I was 18. I met some. I don't know if they perverse because I did lie, so I don't know if they perverse or not. I don't know, but I started talking to dudes, and because of that, I ran away from home. When I ran away to the first dude house,
He told me he was gonna take care of me, but yet he put me in a room. I don't know if I can say this. And before he was gonna take me to my destination, he had his way with me too.
She also mentioned her grandmother loves her kids so much, but allegedly forgot about her. Her mom would not come stay with her. Her dad would not hug her. Her grandmother forgot about her. Every single person who was supposed to protect her, support her, love her unconditionally, allegedly failed. And Kiki was unpacking all of this on live streams for hours, stream after stream, getting longer and more detailed, connecting all of her childhood traumas to why Brandon's betrayal hurt so much. Like she had finally found love and it was ripped away, just like everything else in her life. But as Kiki's story went viral, people watched her pain play out in real time, and they also wanted to help. The internet saw women who had been betrayed, whose kids had been taken, who was clearly struggling, and they wanted to do something. Sympathy turned into action. And in internet culture, sympathy usually means opening your wallet. This comment literally says, "I love you, Kiki Jones, and I'm praying for you and I'm here for you. Please reach out to me if you need anything." So Kiki created a GoFundMe and posted it on her socials, asking people to donate so she could move away from Brandon. But this is where things get funny. The problem was that the internet does not always wait for permission to help. And as Kiki's story spread across every platform, fake GoFundMe pages started popping up everywhere. Scammers were claiming to be raising money for her, taking advantage of the sympathy her story generated to steal from people who genuinely wanted to help her escape and get her kids back. Kiki called this out directly in her Facebook post, where she talked about people capitalizing on her pain. A few days later, Kiki made the decision to take something she called a mental health break, and this was not about trying to fundraise or capitalize on her virality, but about trying to escape the exploitation that was happening on every platform. In a Facebook post, she said, "Okay, y'all, now it's really time I take a mental health break. I made it clear that there should be no more fake pages and no GoFundMe account. But most of y'all are starting to play way too much, and I'm sorry, but this is truly my life, and I need to heal right now." In her posts after that move, Kiki kept talking about her real goals, which were getting therapy, staying consistent with her medication, and documenting her healing journey publicly, so she could eventually prove to CPS that she was stable enough to get her kids back. That was the plan. That was what people were rooting for, and that was what made this sympathy so strong. For a brief moment, it actually felt like maybe this viral chaos could have a positive ending. Like maybe the attention could be used for good instead of just consumption. But that hope did not last long. Something else was happening behind the scenes that nobody on the internet knew about yet. Months later, a story started circulating online that made her followers stop in their tracks. The rumors showed Kiki and Brandon together. Not just together, but allegedly in matching pajamas, looking cozy, looking happy, looking like a couple that had not just gone through a public betrayal and separation that the entire internet had witnessed. And this one was spread by Brandon's mother herself. And according to people analyzing these rumors, these two appeared to be in the same house. The same house that Kiki had been posting about needing to escape from. The very same situation she had been crying about on live for weeks. Whether those pictures were current, old, staged, or completely misinterpreted did not matter to the internet. People who had emotionally invested in Kiki's story spent hours watching her lives and crying with her and rooting for her to get out and get her kids back, felt absolutely played. Some claimed they'd sent money through Cash App or to various fundraising attempts, whether those were legitimate or the fake ones that had been circulating. And now they were hearing about them being together, proof she had never really left.
See this here? I'm being. See, she's over here harassing me. I've been staying to myself. I ain't been bothering nobody.
The comments flooded in with rage and betrayal. People were tagging her in posts, demanding refunds, calling her a con artist, accusing her of playing the victim for clout and sympathy, while secretly still with the man she had painted as her villain. Here's a comment from a Facebook user, Enoch Dragiev Brown, which says, "She has an evil, sneaky look." And another comment which says, "She's the final boss of goofballs. Ben knew it was fake. She'd do much funny looking ass." And the most important thing is, there was no clear divorce filing that anyone could find in public records. No legal proof that Kiki and Brandon were actually separated in any official capacity. Everything was audio. So when these rumors surfaced, allegedly them together and happy, it confirmed what the skeptics had been saying all along. Maybe this whole thing was performative, and that maybe Kiki had been using her trauma as content and the internet had fallen for it. However, the same internet that had lifted up Kiki and given her a platform and sympathy and attention was now ready to tear her down. Commentary channels that had been empathetic started asking harder questions.
Overnight, basically, just shows us how many hurt women are out there. Because there's no way in your freaking loving mind that you think that something isn't wrong with this situation.
TikTokers who had stitched her videos with support were now making content calling her out.
Her taking trips and you know, she's always drinking, and she has this issue with I guess her stomach or something. She had a surgery, and she went online with in her wedding dress and, you know, cried out to you all, and y'all felt sorry for her. Y'all seen the cruise video, and y'all started passing judgment. But did y'all know with that cruise ship, number one is something happened prior to that. That's why he was looking the way he was looking.
The narrative flipped completely. Here's one comment which said, Kiki Jones is a scammer. This other comment from Facebook user Pretty Girl Michelle Jackson says, I'm sick of it. Last night you was checked in the hospital in so much pain. Today you touring some apartments, but you swear you just moved in.
All right, so by now, this woman has gotten exactly what she asked for, and that's the fame from the internet and the followers. She definitely has gotten there. But I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. Her turning into what she has turned into overnight, basically, just shows us how many hurt women are out there. Because there's no way in your freaking loving mind that you think that something isn't wrong with this situation. And it's not the man part. The man is not on the one. He's not all over the internet ranting. If you follow, y'all say y'all follow this woman, but if you follow this woman, it's a whole lot of inconsistencies in her stories all the time. She does not look genuine in her feelings. Y'all tell me, you can't tell a woman how to act you don't know. I know crazy when I see it. I know someone addicted to the internet and the fame as much as I see. A woman that just went through all that is not trying to do no damn meet and greets where she goes to see hundreds of people and they ask her questions about her relationship. This woman is not doing that. She told y'all she been trying to be famous.
What made it worse was the shift in how people saw it. Kiki had already been vocal about people using her pain, calling out fake GoFundMes, scammers and clout chasers using her story for views. So seeing the conversation turn felt strange. Suddenly people started asking if she was doing the same thing, if she was the one using her own pain for content or building a storyline for engagement.
Kiki Jones made $30,000 on Facebook. Now Kiki Jones' husband, mama, was just on live, baby. And when I say she was on there giving the tea, now I'm gonna just play a little clip for y'all. But the whole full live gonna be on my YouTube. Baby, when I tell y'all, mama said she not playing with her. She said 1 + 1 ain't 3 at all. Listen to what she said.
I'm gonna wait to God to send a blessing all the way through, because it's coming with his name on it. I feel it. One blessing is when he got his job. He got a job now, so he ain't got to be stressed about how he gonna pay this and pay that and pay this. But her car in the shop, and she called him last night and asked him could he help her get it out. You got all this money, but you asking somebody that you took credentials away from him, but he couldn't even get a job to help you get your car out the shop, and you making all this money, and you just rented an Airbnb. You rented an Airbnb here last weekend, but your car in the shop, you walking. Y'all make it make sense, y'all. Day is coming. When you do things to people, God is not sleep, and he don't sleep, nor do he slumber. Karma, yes, Rachel, karma. It's coming. It's already there now. She over there sick, don't know which way to go. Got the food like she's just so happy, so surprised about this and that. Can anybody tell me how I get in touch with Tasha K? I need to go on her show. Oh, yeah, she can make, oh, yes, of course. I don't care what she make. She can make anything she want to make. Because I already called the Social Security boards and told them that she just drawed over $30,000 and have not reported to them.
Baby, Kiki, you got some explaining to do, baby. Because some of these hoes in this story ain't looking too good, baby girl. What's wrong with your car? Why your car down, girl? But, baby, y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments, because she said she want Tasha K, you know what I'm saying, to get in contact with her so she could do an interview with her. Y'all tag Tasha K in this video. Tasha, go over there and get her, girl. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know you gonna get it. You gonna get down to the really nitty-gritty, baby.
So the questions become unavoidable. Had Kiki and Brandon staged their entire public breakup for content? Had the cruise video disconnect been directed like Brandon would later claim? Had the wedding dress breakdown been real or performative? And most importantly, if people had sent money believing they were helping her escape, where did that money go? Everyone wanted answers, and those answers were about to come from the last person anyone expected, Brandon himself. After weeks of watching Kiki dominate the narrative, and after people had already decided he was the villain, Brandon finally started doing his own lives and interviews. And his version of events was explosive, because he was not just defending himself, he was claiming that Kiki had orchestrated the entire thing. First, Brandon trashed the whole talk about him cheating with her friend Rissa. He said that they never slept together, and Kiki made that all up because apparently she's good at picking on people.
Whole internet that Rissa ruined y'all marriage. Why you think you do know that Rissa, I've interviewed Rissa already, right?
Yeah.
So why would she feel like or think that you and Rissa slept together? Was y'all ever in the house alone?
No.
That's the same thing Rissa said. That's why I'm trying to ask the questions in a different way.
Rissa was here to break up a real bad argument that transpired. She was in our guest room, and Kiki got a habit of picking. She like poking the bear. You know what I'm saying? So I'm laying in bed. She come mess with me about some I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was something just so petty. And I'm telling her, go on about your business, man. Like, chill out. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I ain't on that tonight. I'm a non-confrontational person. I don't like all that.
And now if you really think about it and go back to the earlier part of this video, Rissa mentioned the exact same thing. In the whole saga, she even called Kiki delusional. And it begs us to ask this question. Is Kiki just going around accusing everyone without concrete evidence? We even found a video where Kiki explained who Brandon is, saying that he's non-confrontational, doesn't like no drama, basically praising him, which is contrary to everything we're seeing now.
Just because I want to love a man who deserves to be loved, who y'all keep messing over apparently, taking advantage of, and all this stuff, and you know this man is not confrontational. He's none of that, y'all. When I tell y'all, he's night and day, bro. He don't like to argue. He don't like the drama. And it's like, he the type that he don't like it. You could push him, and he will explode. He's like one of the people, like, a quiet man. You don't want that quiet man. So I don't do that. I give him peace.
Also, according to Brandon, some of the content that Kiki posts on social media is done by him. This is actually very, very insane, because he was just supporting her dream of becoming a content creator, going along with her ideas, even when they made him look bad, because he thought that was what was being a supportive husband meant. But the internet took those videos at face value and turned him into a villain, while she got sympathy and followers. Brandon also very subtly hints on Kiki also moving with other men while in the marriage. He mentioned on a live stream that she would take pictures in other men's cars, and each time he confronted her about it, she would always ask how he got to know about it.
With me, they gon' automatically, hey man, what's going on with this here? Why your wife taking pictures in another dude's car? And then when I bring it to her, if I bring it to her attention, who sent that to you? That shouldn't even be your question. Like, where is the respect at? If you say you a Christian woman, you a married woman, you don't play about your union, you don't play about your marriage, but you out here showing this. And what kills me the most of these fake Bible thumpers out here agreeing with the shit she doing.
Brandon's confession actually hits more and points to a certain interview Kiki was part of. She was simply asked a question about STDs, and honestly, her answer was wild. Look at this.
I'm from Houston, Texas.
Okay, shout out to H-Town, all right? I like Houston. Got to be careful out there. I heard them damn STD rates ain't no... All right. Is that true?
I heard. I try to keep it with one person.
One time, too, Kiki was on live stream crashing out as usual, and she kept going on about calling the men in her life so she can properly move on. She said point blank that she wouldn't mind being with a different man every night.
What can I call now? Because I got to move on right now. I mean, who can I call? I got to move on now. Like now. Like I need to talk with me. Like right now. I can't do this. I gotta call. Hold on. Let me fix my face. Thank you. I don't care. I know it don't. No, I know. But it's time. If I gotta be with a different every night at this point. He ain't answering. Let me call the next.
Now, what can we derive from all of this? Was Kiki also doing the same thing she accused her husband of? Was Kiki Jones also cheating? At this point, nobody knew what to believe anymore. Some people sided with Brandon immediately, saying they knew all along that Kiki was performing. Others doubled down on supporting her, arguing that others always flip the script and play victim when they get exposed. But Kiki was not going to let Brandon control the narrative without a fight. Kiki went live to address the backlash directly. She defended herself against people, saying it's all a prank and calling her a scam.
So I'm finna do this live, and I'm not finna do it long because I'ma save it, whatever. But I just had a decent day. My girl Jen got me at the house, and she took my hair down. She laid, died, and did it right. Y'all see that? Isn't that right? She got me right. I came home. I said, I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to get off the social media. I get a text message. People are saying that this was a prank. And it was on my page. People are also, I get a call saying it's a GoFundMe. If it was a GoFundMe, this is what I'm going to do. If I ever get that down in the trenches, I'm going to post it first. And I'm going to say, hey, y'all, I'm about to post a GoFundMe. This is me. I'm live. I'll get my other phone because I got 2 phones. And I'll show y'all the phone on live. And I will show y'all that I posted a GoFundMe. But I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Thank you, Jessica. I'm not going to do it. This is why. This is how I know that this was the end, y'all, for my marriage. This one made me really come back to life. Because when everything started crinkling and I started losing my mind, God actually was talking to me. Like, he actually got me out of this. I started getting blessings and blessings. And I'm not going to speak the blessings because it's clear that a lot of people hate me. But I started getting blessings and blessings. Y'all finna see them blessings. Y'all about to see it. Don't worry. I'm not the type of person to play nobody, lie to nobody. Hell no. No, not me. Matter of fact, my husband, love him dearly. Love him dearly. My ring is somewhere around here. I don't know. But I'm not saying I'm perfect and all that. I'm great. I'm about to turn up. I'm really not. Because I got invited out today and I just didn't want to go party. I did go, get it laid died. She did me. My girl did it and she did it free of charge, y'all. You see what I mean? Blessings. I done got somebody to call me and tell me I can get a free wax. Like, people are really coming through for me. And y'all think this is a game. Y'all think this is a game. I don't want no money. I don't want no GoFundMe. Save the GoFundMe for people that are dying, y'all. Just like that. Save it for people that really need it. People that on their last deathbed and, they need the money. I'm going to be okay. I give myself a couple months. I'm going to find me. I don't want to talk too much. But I'm going to be okay. Come on now. Y'all want a story time. Y'all do. I get it. But I want to get myself better. I want to get back to the bad Kiki. I want to get my nails done. I want to get my hair done. And I want to come on here. I want to get cute. I want to go have me a little drink something slight. Nothing crazy. And I want to come on here and I want to talk to y'all. And I'm going to tell y'all every little thing. I'll do a Q&A. I'll tell y'all. But to tell y'all right now, it was not a prank. It wasn't. If it's a prank, then go explain that girl Ashley Lowe, that keep posting fake pages. She posts a page saying he in my bed. She posts a page saying it was a joke. She posts a page. I feel like this is her. I do. Or I feel like it's her. I don't even think it's his family. Because I don't think his family want no smoke with y'all. Because y'all. So are y'all with me or y'all not? Listen. Why ain't nobody putting 2 and 2 together that the same side chick that I posted is making fake pages? Why y'all not putting that together? If that was a prank, then please sign me up for the next movie, because my heart dropped. My heart was not even, matter of fact, it was an outer body experience. Like, the real ones know my content. I have never praked around or played. I'm happy-go-lucky. That is me. Crashing out on the internet, drinking, CPS, cops, guns. I mean, whatever. I mean, pum-pums, whatever. All that went down, lost my mind, was a prank. Y'all stop. It's like y'all be looking to just cut a bitch off quick. Damn, y'all just got here. Come on now.
She even made a video saying she was going to refund, which was allegedly about a little over $1,600. After the backlash promising to do better, Kiki's lives got more and more performatively desperate than they'd ever been. And the moving on content, it's just been painful to watch, so much that comments are not even friendly anymore. At this point, everyone's telling Kiki Jones to get off the damn internet and go see a therapist or something. Here's a comment from TikTok user JCreations94 saying, "This shit an effing joke. Wrap this up. We don't gaff, bro."
So check this out. He said he's gonna have a woman at the house tonight. This is the house that we shared together. I left him the house, left him all that, and I moved. I started over. Now, why part of me want to show the up and turn up? I just want to turn up. But I know that's not right, because at the end of the day, we're not together, right? I shouldn't care, right? I shouldn't care, but I'm kind of up about it, because he rubbing it in my face and he's saying, yeah, and this is a familiar face, meaning this is a woman he cheated on me with before and hurt me with before, so he's trying to get a rise out of me. But you know what? I told him, have a good night, enjoy your familiar face. I'm good on all that. Have fun, boo. Do you? Like, I'm not even, no, matter of fact, I'm gonna go on a date myself, so I can make sure I don't go over there and try to turn up and I end up in jail. So I'm gonna do what's best for me, and that's what's gonna happen. Like, I know I shouldn't care, y'all. I know y'all gonna say, why the heck you care? Come on now. Damn, I'm still healing. This is still my husband. This is still somebody that I am in the process of getting a divorce with. All this shit hurt. None of this shit feel good. I'm not okay with none of this shit. I'm just having to go with it. It's a month now. It's a month I've been in my own place. I've been gone. I'm just having to go with all this shit. I didn't want none of this shit from the beginning. I didn't ask for this man to sit here and have no affairs. This was never the plan. For this shit, for me to be starting over again. It never was. You know, like, yeah, I feel some kind of way. You telling me you gonna have a familiar face in the bed that I motherfucking bought. Yeah, I feel some kind of way. I paid for all that motherfucking, not you. And I was nice enough to leave it and leave you with everything, and that's the type of shit. Now you making me want to be evil. You making me want to go tear that whole down and take all that shit up out of there. And you start over from scratch. Fuck.
Don't be surprised when you notice that familiar face when you see him.
Now introducing the final character in this Kiki Jones story, Brandon's mom, Kiki's mother-in-law. Remember when we mentioned earlier, Kiki said that Brandon's mom would always tell her to her face that Brandon never truly loved her. Instead, it was his ex-wife whom he truly loved? Well, turns out Brandon's mom keeps doubling down on her hatred for Kiki. She went absolutely off on Kiki in a series of unhinged live streams that honestly were hard to watch. We're talking full-blown insults, personal attacks. She called Kiki everything and made it crystal clear that she wants absolutely nothing to do with her former daughter-in-law.
If you don't like me, ho, you gonna hate me. You're gonna wish you had never.
According to Brandon's mom, Kiki crashed her oldest son's wedding. Yes, not even Brandon's wedding, his brother's wedding. She also brought up some serious allegations, claiming Kiki had CPS involved in her life, and even accused her of pulling out a gun around a 5-year-old. Now, I can't verify any of these claims, but what we can confirm is that this woman was not holding back.
Up that she bad, a bad. No, you's a crazy. Bitch, you playing with the right motherfucker one, cause bitch, I don't fuck with your periods.
I don't with your cut up body, hibachi dog build that period. So I don't know why in the you keep on coming for me. Y'all, this bitch did so much mother in my family. She was invited to my oldest son's wedding. Yeah. My oldest son wedding was crashed behind this Down syndrome, bug eyed, no edge, hair around the edge line, hoe. Just constantly keep doing shit and doing CPS in her life. Why wouldn't CPS be in her life? You pulled a gun out around a 5-year-old baby. Can anybody tell me how do I get on this case with the CPS?
But Brandon's mom wasn't done. In her last live stream, she had some final words for Kiki. She made it clear she doesn't trust her around her son, going as far as to warn her that if anything happens to Brandon, she better have the police on speed dial. Then she completely dragged Kiki's whole I'm moving on act. According to her, when Brandon was staying at her place, Kiki was a mess, crying every single day and desperately begging for him to come back home. So all those TikToks about being over him and thriving, apparently pure performance.
Cause why you doing all that fake moving his clothes? Cause when he was here with me, you was crying every day begging him to come home. You was crying like Keith Sweat and begging like Lenny Williams.
And honestly, it checks out. The constant emotional breakdowns on live, the obsessive posting, the inability to just let go, none of it looks like someone who's actually moved on. So where does this leave us? Well, let's recap. Kiki said Brandon cheated on her with her best friend. Brandon and the friend both say that never happened. Kiki said she needed money to escape. Turns out they allegedly never separated. Kiki said she's moving on. Brandon's mom says she's been crying and begging him to come back. At some point, you have to ask yourself, what here was actually real? Was any of it real? Or did we all just watch a 7-month performance art piece disguised as a marriage falling apart? Because here's what we know for sure. There's no real proof anyone actually left anyone. Just a lot of viral videos, a lot of contradicting stories, and a comments section that's gone from Team Kiki to Team Please Log Off. The internet wanted to help. People genuinely felt for her. But somewhere between the wedding dress breakdown and Brandon's mom calling her delusional on Facebook Live, the sympathy ran out. Now people aren't even angry anymore. They're just tired. Tired of trying to figure out what's real and what's content. And maybe that's the real lesson here. When your entire relationship plays out online, when every breakdown is a live stream and every betrayal is content, what's left when the cameras turn off? What's real when everything's performed? Anyway, Kiki's still posting. She even runs a hair business now called Bouncy by Kiki Jones. Brandon's moved on, or at least he's trying to. He's not an online person, so there's not much to be known. And his mom, well, she made it clear that Kiki's not welcome at any more family functions. And the rest of us, we're left with more questions than answers. And honestly, maybe that was the point all along.